The weight he carried. No one ceased. Every morning before the sun painted the sky, Daniel was already awake. While the rest of the house slept peacefully, he quietly slipped out the front door, carrying the weight of providing for his family on his shoulders. He worked long hours in construction, taking on extra activities like farming, whenever he was available. His hands are rough. His back ached every night, but he never complained. His only goal was simple: to make sure his family never went without. The bills were always paid. There was food on the table. School fees were covered. Birthdays were celebrated, even if it meant Daniel skipped buying himself a new pair of work boots for another year. But somehow, it was never enough. When he came home exhausted, few asked how his day had been. Some complained why he was late. If you really cared, you'd spend more time with us. Some of the children compared their lives to friends whose fathers had bigger houses, newer cars, and more expensive vacations. Why can't we have what they have? They would ask. Each question pierced his heart, deeper than the last. He wanted to explain that every time he was absent it was for them, that every sacrifice he made was out of love, but instead he remained silent, believing one day they would understand. Months turned into years. Daniel missed family dinners because he was working. He missed school plays because he was earning money for school, etc. He missed vacations because someone had to pay the mortgage. Yet whenever something went wrong, he became the easy target. You don't do enough. Those words echoed in his mind every night. One evening, after another long day, Daniel arrived home carrying groceries. As he stepped inside, he overheard his family talking. He only knows how to work. One voice said, "He doesn't really care about us." Daniel quietly placed the grocery bags on the kitchen counter and walked back outside before anyone noticed. For the first time in years, tears rolled down his face. He sat alone in his old pickup truck, asking God a question he had never dared to ask. "Lord, what more can I give? I've given everything." In the silence, he realized something painful. He had spent years taking care of everyone else while completely neglecting himself. So Daniel did something different. He didn't quit loving his family. He simply stopped believing that his worth depended on meeting everyone's endless expectations. He began setting boundaries. He took days off to spend with his children. He attended church again. He smiled more. He laughed more. He rested. At first, his family resisted. "You've changed," they complained. "Yes," Daniel answered gently. "I've learned that providing isn't just about money. It's also about being healthy enough to keep loving you." Life wasn't instantly perfect because Daniel suffered a serious injury that acted up from time to time when he worked. That kept him home sometimes for several months. But some of his family saw nothing he had been carrying. The bills piled up. The house didn't magically run itself. Do they notice? No. The sacrifices he had quietly made for years. One evening, one of his daughters vented that everything was his fault. No matter how hard the mother tried, she couldn't calm her down. "Dad, this, Dad, that. You were never around because you didn't want to be." Daniel smiled sadly. "I was away because I wanted you to have opportunities. I never had." You see, they spent years measuring what you didn't give without, appreciating everything you already did. Once Daniel was rich. Now he is not. His unwavering love he still have. Many tried to find a path. Still not appreciative by some. As family, we must learn that the greatest provider isn't always the one who gives the most things. Sometimes it's the one who quietly gives the most of himself. And Daniel finally understood that while people may overlook your sacrifices, God never does. Every unseen act of love, every sleepless night, every silent prayer, and every burden carried in faith is known by him, because true greatness isn't found in being appreciated by everyone. It is found in faithfully doing what is right, even when no one notices, trusting that God sees what others often miss. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories like Daniel's.